Stop being weird.
Fuck you.
Show us the peace shirt. I want to talk about guns. Tell us what the United States government's doing about our guns today.
Okay, well, anyway, guys, the House has passed the Hearing Protection Act within the Budget Reconciliation Bill, which means if it makes it through the Senate, if the Senate doesn't fuck this up, and there are ways that they could fuck this up, we could get suppressors deregulated entirely from the NFA, which is fucking awesome.
We get suppressors.
They would still be a 4473, but that's a massive improvement over giving your fingerprints to the government being put on a registry.
Yeah. Yep. That could be great. And is it part of this bill that the SBRs are in, or is that separate?
The SBR bill is a separate, that's the short act. And that, the attempt right now is that it's the Republicans are going to make an attempt to politic it into the bill in the Senate. And that would remove SBRs, SBSs, and AOWs from the NFA.
Don't get me wrong. I love the idea of, silencers getting off there, but I really like this one even better. I like me an SBR.
Yeah. I mean, frankly, getting them both would be fucking perfect because I could finally, comfortably recommend, a subgun as a home defense go-to.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And I would certainly have one next to my bed. Yeah, I know, redneck, but, spooky, scary bullshit. Frankly, the Gun Control Act made suppressors defined as firearms, but the NFA, the silencers literally weren't even debated when the NFA was being passed. It flat out wasn't brought up in Congress. No one asked about it, or, why are these being regulated? So we don't really know why they became regulated, under the NFA, except for, we can theorize about it. The common theory I've heard that I would tend to imagine holds true, or is probably reasonably true, is that they were regulated like that because of concerns about poaching during the Great Depression.
Okay, easier for people to go out and hunt quietly-ish.
Yeah, it'd be easier to avoid getting caught for poaching animals because, you can muffle your gunshots a little.
Yeah.
I mean, redneck, 100%. It's literally the same fucking thing you have on your car muffler. That's the same thing. It's a suppressor, but it goes on your car.
When you put it on a firearm, it becomes a very dangerous. You understand?
Very dangerous.
Yeah, it makes the bullet more powerful. You see.
So yeah. All in all, so far, so good. The big concern right now is that the Byrd rule could fuck us in the Senate if the parliamentarian in the Senate is an asshole.
Remind everyone of Byrd rule.
Okay. Byrd rule. It's not bird as in the animal. It's bird as in BYRD, like a person. Bird. That's what it's named after. But essentially, budget reconciliation requires a simple majority to pass the Senate for a budget bill rather than a 60 vote requirement, in that it avoids the filibuster.
Okay.
But the Byrd rule, what the Byrd rule is a way for the Senate to make sure that nothing non-budgetary related makes it into a reconciliation bill, because the whole fucking point is that it's for the budget, right? And so the parliamentarian is supposed to be an independent third party, quote unquote. It's a senator, right? But it's no one seems to have any issues with them, and they seem to try to be impartial just to keep the order of things, for reasons we'll discuss here in a moment. But essentially, the parliamentarian is the one who settles debates within the Senate like that, and so the Democrats are going to try to almost certainly bring up that this is a not budgetary related item, and so it can't be passed through reconciliation. If you're honest with yourself and you know the history of the NFA, it's literally a tax bill.
It is tax, yeah.
And
yeah.
It's literally a tax bill, and the registration explicitly is a way for the government to keep track of the tax. So it makes complete and total sense to get rid of the registry and the registration requirements if you're getting rid of the tax. It makes complete sense, and if you're being impartial about it.
We'll see. We'll see if
Technically, though,
the politicians can do
we'll
that.
see. We'll see. There's on the one hand, the current parliamentarian, as I hear, was appointed by a Democrat, so that's not good. However, there seems to be some decent incentive to, in spite of that, remain impartial when it comes to these things, because there's a couple different things the Republicans could do if the parliamentarian rules in a way that they don't like. And I'm not saying that there's a willingness to do this. Almost certainly there's not, but if they wanted to, there's a couple different options. One, the Senate Majority Leader, who is Republican right now, could fire the parliamentarian and replace the parliamentarian with someone else who will ideally rule in a way that the Majority Leader would more prefer.
They would rule on the right side of history.
Exactly.
Also, real quick, like 6-3 American and ready up, and then we can keep going.
Get it. You got me going.
I got you going. That's fine.
Alternatively, JD Vance is a person. He is VP. VP does almost nothing.
Yeah.
However, in this case, the VP does something.
Right, because he's
the president
tiebreaker
of the Senate.
Yeah.
You know, not only is he tiebreaker, but he's the president of the Senate, and what that means is that, as I understand, he has the power to just kind of say, well, I hear what the parliamentarian has decided, but I'm going to choose to ignore it and force a vote on this issue anyway. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's, as I understand, kind of considered a nuclear option, though. I don't think that would actually happen, because then you would have issues with, well, why have the filibuster to begin with, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right? But it is technically an option. So because of all of that kind of crap, and there's one other option, I can't remember off the top of my head, that the Republicans could do to get around it. But essentially, because of those options, the parliamentarian is heavily incentivized to stay an impartial judge because they don't want to fuck up this stupid arbitrary system they've crafted for themselves that makes things work.
Weird. Politics are complicated. I don't like it.
Yeah. Weird. Weird.
Tom, why the fuck is my chat just trying to trigger me on Halo? Are they tired of hearing about guns already?
That was quick. I mean, I thought that you had a base chat, but apparently not.
But apparently, chat's a bunch of fucking cucks. Talking about 343 Industries.
Oh god, that's nice, 3. Yeah. So anyway, guys, if you are of age, or I mean, frankly, even if you're close to, you should call your senators and tell them to put this shit in properly. By the way,
call your senators. Yes, explain to them they need to vote for this bill.
Yeah, it's specifically you want to keep the hearing protection in, and you want to. And you want to add the short act as an amendment. That's what you want. Because, god damn it, this is the closest we've ever gotten in the almost 100 years since the NFA was passed to taking something off of it.
Which would be lovely. It'd be nice to get a little bit of our Second Amendment back, please and thank you.
It would be very nice. So I heavily encourage anyone who has a running interest in this to go do that. Go out of their way and do that. But, we'll see how it goes. Apparently the gun community has been quite good about calling in. The word would seem to be that the House was getting so many calls about this that during, like, the budget committee meeting, the reps turned their phones off so they'd stop ringing.
Okay. I am mad at it.
Hilarious. You got fucked.
I'm having some skill issues. I'm so busy listening to you talk about guns.
I know. So, we're almost there. If it passes through the Senate, we're good. Trump has said he will sign this.
Yes. Orange man good. Orange man good.
Exactly. Literally, if it passes the Byrd rule, which I believe, as I understand, I think is the last step in the process before it goes to the floor of the vote. So if it makes it to the floor of the vote with the stuff we want in it, we're good. Essentially, we're good to go. We have what we want, and at that point, if you're old enough to buy firearms, you might want to look into buying some suppressors before they become completely out of stock everywhere.
Because they're gonna go fast for a while. It's gonna be a bit before we catch up with demand.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's looking at me. God. Just to answer that real quick, Redneck. Anytime you see a studio like that change their name but not change anybody in the studio, you know that that's them admitting they fucked up without admitting they fucked up. Because they're acknowledging that they're that bad that they have to change their name. They're just being stubborn because they don't want to, change what they do. So, fuck them. Anyhow, continue. Guns.
Yeah. Fortunately, in the long run, suppressors, if this happens, will certainly shoot up in price. But they will rapidly come back down over the span of a year or two because suppressors are very easy to make. So I would expect that as a result of that, a lot of new people will enter the market, and the supply situation should improve within 12 to 18 months or whatever. So you don't have to panic buy if you don't want to.
Yeah, it's just if you want one within a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's my rant. That's what's going on in Congress with guns. The rest of the big beautiful bill, as it's called, well, it's big.
It's big and beautiful.
Yeah, it does some things. Yeah.
Stay there.
I am happy about it, but I'm mainly happy about it because Lamau, we might get some gun wins out of it that are actual gun wins.
Mm-hmm. In case anyone didn't know where his priorities are, he likes guns.
Look, there are other things that I care about, obviously, but those other things have a lot of other people who fight for them, and they tend to get wins on them. Lowering taxes. Everyone wants fucking taxes.
Yeah, that's lowered. Ubiquitous. We all want to lower taxes.
I don't have to fucking call into my fucking representative and say, hey, can you lower taxes? I was really hoping the Republicans would do that. They're going to try to lower taxes. It's what the Republicans do. I don't have to do anything about that. Guns, on the other hand,
I thought Republicans were evil.
Well, they are evil.
Why would they lower our taxes?
Well, lowering taxes is actually evil because it means you have to cut spending, and cutting spending is inherently evil.
Oh shit, am I gonna die here? I'm going to die here. Fuck me. The minute I move forward, too.
Fuck.
God, why didn't they just give the ATF to Brandon Herrera? Would have fixed that problem real quick.
It would have. It would have been very nice. I mean, unironically, Redneck, if the Hearing Protection Act is passed, I believe that it's 90 days from enactment is what the amendment currently says. So you'll be able to buy a suppressor at Academy Sports 90 days after the budget passes if it makes it through in its current form.
I mean, we'll see if Academy Sports can put them on the shelves that quickly and if they want to, but yeah.
Yeah, but you could buy one from Academy Sports, yeah. Yeah, because remember, the Democrats, having sat and listened to the debates in the House, the Democrats' position generally comes down to, but cutting funding from the poor will fuck over the poor. Because all these programs help the poor. Therefore, this is an evil bill that will destroy the country. That's essentially what their shtick is. Believe that or don't, I don't know.
But the poor, Tom.
Yes, they are poor.
They need our tax money. Because when we give our tax money to the government, the poor are immediately helped.
Oh, yeah. Ah, fuck, I only killed one of those. Damn.
You have failed.
I mean, yeah, the poor are... oh, that's you. I thought there was a plane.
Did you panic?
Yep.
Oh, God, that first hit. One tapped. That poor guy.
Love rockets.
She gets for being a ZSU and not looking up at the sky, so...
So yeah, all in all, I'm very pleasantly surprised to see the Republicans actually doing something for guns for once.
Ah, he still has my protection, son of a bitch. Leave me be. I am innocent.
Khajiit is innocent of these crimes.
Fucking BTR-80 that spawned is actually fairly accurate.
How dare.
Ah, this game. Okay.
So anyway, thanks chat for listening to my TED Talk.